Refugees are calling on the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees to step in and resolve their crisis. The group was removed from the Green Market Square. They've now set up camp in Zonneblom. Authorities are trying to move them, but they are refusing them. 2 of them have been arrested. They want to be moved abroad. They say they don't feel safe in South Africa anymore. Our reporter tracking this story is Ayesha Ismail. She joins me now. Good morning to you, Ayesha. What is the situation this morning where you are?
Well, Sally, they were moved from the Mackenzie Park in District 6 yesterday, and they were given an option to be taken to a place where they lived before they came to Green Market Square, or they were threatened with arrest. And the refugees then said that they have nowhere else to go. The places that they did occupy 4.5 months ago are no longer available to them, and so they chose arrest. And as you can see at the back, there are still hundreds of refugees and asylum seekers camped outside here in the street, just outside the Central Police Station. They said to the Sheriff of the Court yesterday, because we have nowhere to go, we would rather be arrested and be held in a police station where we will feel safe, where we will have a roof over our heads, and also where we will have access to clean water and toilets. And that was the desperation of people saying that we'd prefer to go to jail than to be on the streets. Now, we saw yesterday that the City of Cape Town's law enforcement officers came and moved people, and of course they were well within their right and powers to do so, because they were exercising and carrying out a court order which gave them the right to exercise the municipal bylaws by removing people from the Central Methodist Church, outside the church, and then also from the park in Zonneblom.
We understand that there is a high-level meeting to try and resolve this, because it really does seem at quite an impasse. The city, as you say, is within its rights to uphold its bylaws. They're also pointing to national. They're saying Home Affairs must sort this problem out. You speak to the refugees, and many of them are saying, we feel we're attacked because of who we are as foreigners. But the city goes, oh, some of those reports are nonsense. It seems almost intractable. You have watched this issue right from the start, Ayesha. We've also seen churches trying to help, human rights officials trying to step in and assist. Is it possible to tell us where the fault lies, where the problem lies in resolving this problem?
It's such a difficult and it's a complex issue, Sally. You will recall that the refugees and asylum seekers occupied the Central Methodist Church more than 4 months ago. The City of Cape Town said that they tried to remove the refugees and asylum seekers from outside the Central Methodist Church, and that was after this huge group of migrants split into 2 groups. And the group outside, the city then said that they were violating the city's bylaws. The city then claimed that when they tried to remove them, they were prevented from doing so, and that is why they went to the Western Cape High Court to go and seek the court's help to remove the refugees and asylum seekers. But moving on, we've not really heard from the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, because the refugees here say the UNHCR is their only help. Remember, they do not want to return to their countries of origin for obvious reasons. They also do not want to be reintegrated into the South African society, citing cases of xenophobia. And what they're saying is they want to be taken out of South Africa to a place where they will feel safe. But I'm now joined by one of the refugees. Oliver, you were telling me earlier that you've been sleeping outside all night. You don't know what the way forward is, but you want the UNHCR to intervene.
Absolutely. Good morning. Yes, thank you for the opportunity. Yes, as I just said, people are stranded and they're very anxious. As we say, they wanted to comply for the bylaw when we left the Methodist Church, and from there we went to the Catholic Church. After that, we've been chased out, going to the ETV Park, but now it's all about complying. Yes, people are willing, but the thing is, what happened next? What happened next? So because people didn't have any place to go to. They say, okay, it's fine, guys, if you really want to arrest us, we are willing to do so. So, and then they start coming back towards the police station here. And then yesterday, the sheriff spoke to us yesterday in the evening, and the only option that was given, put on the table, was to offer buses, transport, for the people to go back to the previous place before the Methodist church. Other than that, there was nothing. And then people say, okay, we are stranded, we have nothing. No place to go, so we are willing to go to the police, and then for maybe if you want to arrest us, that is fine. So people came here in numbers.
Thank you so much, Oliver.
Thank you very much.
So, Sally, hopefully this intergovernmental task team that will be meeting today will come up with a workable solution.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. That's Ayesha Ismail in Cape Town. We will, of course, be monitoring that refugee situation in the mother city throughout the day, so do stay with us here on eNCA.